Hello and welcome back to Baking with Wyatt. Today is the first actual episode of this brand new series on our channel. What inspired us to make it is our love for cooking shows, our love for the Great British Bake Off, and honestly our love for the season of fall. Whenever the weather starts to get a little bit cooler, I just love to bake and thought it'd be fun. I hope that you learned something from this recipe. I hope that you feel like you can really understand and do all the things that I'm doing, because I am by no means a baker. I do love to bake, and I used to bake cupcakes for a coffee shop, but this isn't even really baking. It's just like putting things together and then putting it in the oven for a bit. So just think of it that way. We are going to be making some baked apples. I'm super excited because not only is this recipe very cheap and very easy, it's also extremely healthy. Oops, I think I hear my assistant right now.
What?
Okay. There he is. Funny. So yes, back to the recipe, baked apple. Hello. So for this recipe, you will need 2 apples, and it can really be like your favorite type of apple, just any type of apple. I picked Honeycrisp because that is my favorite kind of apple, and because it's super like just good. So I picked 2 nice Honeycrisp apples. You will also need a teaspoon of cinnamon and nutmeg, or like some sort of blended spices. Cody and I love this. Hello, that is so bright. Oh wow, okay girl. Cody and I love this spice shop in New York City, and we got some pumpkin pie blend spice. So I'm gonna do that instead. I know like it's not apple pie blend spice, it's pumpkin pie blend spice, but it's like very fall flavors nonetheless. So you'll need a teaspoon of that, 2 tablespoons of coconut oil or butter, whatever you wanna use, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, and like 2 to 4 tablespoons, however much you want, of oats, old-fashioned rolled, nice and good. So what I'm gonna do first is preheat my oven to 350 degrees. Make sure nothing's in there. Okay, nothing is. Then what I'm going to do now is introduce you to my little buddy here. This is a cat planter, and I just put it in here in the shelf to bring some life and some greenery into this scene. So while the oven is preheating, I'm gonna start working on the topping already, because once you prepare the apples, you're just gonna sprinkle the topping among the apples and slip it right into the oven. All right, so I have a small saucepan? I don't think this is a frying pan, so yes, saucepan. And my stovetop goes from heat range 1 to 3. I'm going like 1.5. And to that, first I'm gonna add my coconut oil, 2 tablespoons. Ooh, 1 tablespoon. Oh my gosh, I forgot about the other camera. So, into my saucepan, I have my 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. And to that, first I'm going to add the 2 wait! I'd only done 1 tablespoon. Pretty much a scant tablespoon, but you know what? Whenever I'm baking, I know it's supposed to be all about precise measurements and whatnot. I usually pull the Rachel Ray method and just eyeball everything. Just gonna rinse my hands off so they're not fatty. And of course, before filming, I did wash my hands. So to this, I'm adding my 2 tablespoons of organic Trader Joe's brown sugar. Yum. You know I love my sugar. Yum. Also going to be adding my teaspoon of spice. Honestly, whatever like fall flavors you want, I'm sure it would taste good. I'm using pumpkin pie blend, as I said, from the Sullivan Street Tea and Spice Company. I'm just gonna have this little spoon here to mix those ingredients together. This is gonna be my topping for the apples. It's going to be so yummy. Of course, it is a little naughty because there's some sugar in here. But you know what? It's better than eating a slice of pumpkin pie, I can guarantee you that. So I went ahead and turned my heat down just because I didn't want the sugar to like burn or like start doing weird stuff. I'm going to add my oats. Cody and I both love oats, so I'm gonna do the full 4 tablespoons. Yummy. Okay. So, funny story. Yesterday I filmed a cooking video, the first episode of Cooking with Wyatt. And today Cody and I put it in the editing machine and we were gonna edit it. And the audio was gone for a good half of the clip, half of the whole footage. So that was funny. But you know, that's fine. You just gotta kind of move on, come on back like a boomerang, as Jojo Siwa says, and you know, do it again. Now that my oats are in there nice and good, I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the heat. Everything's nice and combined, that looks delicious. And I'm going to get my pan and start preparing my apples on this. God. This tripod is freaking stupid for this. Okay, so I was thinking about how to cut the apples. I saw people do it different ways. I don't have one of those fancy corers where you can just dig it right in there and get all the core out. So what I'm going to do is cut one of the apples this way and cut one of the apples this way. So, and of course be very careful when you're cutting. A good sagittal. Okay. A good coronal. And then what you can do with that exact same spoon that you used to stir your topping with, you can just dig in and around the core. Be careful to not go all the way to the bottom of the apple. And just get that out like that. You know, I'm thinking I shouldn't have done it this way because there's not much to fill. I'm realizing my mistake now. So I'll just give that one to Cody. No big deal, no big deal. I'm just gonna have to scoop some of the actual flesh out now, which sucks because Honeycrisp apples are delicious, but they are expensive, $1.29 by the each. Yeah, just work your spoon around in there, get some of that flesh out, make some room for the delish topping, yum. Do the same thing over here. Gonna go a little bit wider with this one, and you wanna be careful to not get too wide to where when you're going around with the spoon, you like break the skin. Now I'll just go ahead and pop that out. Okay. Seriously? No! Okay, no big deal. We did end up getting all the way to the bottom. I think it's the way that I cut it. Of course, the stem is just gonna pop right on out whenever you are trying to get rid of the core. So this was a dumb idea. Do not do this. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take some of the flesh that I did have to dig out, and I'm just going to put it right over the hole. So, just like that. Don't even have to worry about it. I'm gonna put those 2 in the pan, ready to go. I'm going to get my other 2 halves that I cut here, this way, the right way, I believe, hopefully. This one's a little bit better and easier. Although, hello, this is such a small waste of the apple. You know, and it'd probably be easier with a paring knife. I don't know why I thought the fun tip would be a spoon. No! Okay, all right. I'm gonna go ahead and get a knife. Hello, beautiful. Move, you freak. All right, now that I have a nice little outline, I'm gonna use the spoon to flip that out of there. Be careful of the... Yes, okay, that is what I like to see. A nice deep crevice for all that delicious topping. Into the pan it goes. Now that I know what I'm doing after 3 tries, ooh, obviously be very careful. We don't want any blood in these. That's not part of the recipe. Sorry, all you spooky vampires. Are you serious? Come on, get out of there. See ya. Ooh, yes. What I'm gonna do now is fill the pan, being careful not to get any of the water on the apples. I'm gonna fill it with some water. Yummy. Now what I'm going to do is move my other camera around a bit. Yum, yummies. Okay, now that the apples are prepared, use this spoon with my topping that I have nice and combined. That smells so good. The coconut oil is gonna give it a nice flavor, I presume. Just spoon that yummy topping in to each apple. Yum. Yummy, okay. So now what you're gonna do is put these in the 350-degree oven, and then you're just going to bake them for 45 minutes to an hour. Honestly, I'm gonna check them at 30 minutes because our oven goes pretty quick. Oh, careful. Okay, so now they're in the oven. It gives you a great chance to read a book or maybe do some meditate. Ooh, I need to set a timer. Sweet. Now that they're in the oven and your timer is set, it gives you a good opportunity to meditate, go on a quick little run, read, call a friend, call your mom, call your dad, call your brothers or sisters. So I'll see you in 30 minutes. You could watch an episode of 30-minute meals or cook a meal if you're Rachel Ray. Welcome back. 30-ish minutes have elapsed and I'm gonna get them out of the oven. It smells amazing in here, doesn't it?
Yeah!
Live studio audience on this.
Woo!
Not gonna lie, they look a little crazy. I think they like exploded. We do not have any oven mitts. I advise that you use oven mitts when dealing with ovens. Okay, careful of the splatters. There they are. Okay, First thought is this one, it's bad. These two are actually good and it's cool because those are 2 different cuts that I did. To serve, all you gotta do is just yeet it right into a bowl. Let's do a little bit of a taste test on this.
You want me to try it at 350 degrees?
It actually exponentially decreases via as soon as it's out of the oven. Oh, I need to take a thumbnail. Cody's trying his off camera. Are we liking it? I can't do hot things, temperature-wise or spice-wise, so I gotta
just take a little nib.
Yeet on it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you share it with your friends. Say, hello, let's make these, it's fall. That is so good. Hot. Thank you guys so much for watching. Comment below your favorite type of apple and if you're gonna try this recipe or not. I'd love it if you would share your results with me on our Instagram at _Cody and Wyatt. I love the fall, I love my apples, and sorry, later.